Most people do not struggle with money because of bad math. They fail because they lack a solid plan. Figuring out a strategy can feel incredibly scary. There is too much confusing information out there. It becomes hard to know what truly matters. Experts shout conflicting advice from every direction. You end up paralyzed by all the choices. I designed this guide to solve that exact problem. We are going to build a 90-day reset plan. Step by step, you will transform your financial life. By the end, you will have a clear wealth system. This is your ultimate jumpstart to financial freedom. We will cover investing and prioritizing your paycheck. We will also slash your biggest life expenses. 90 days is roughly 12 and a half weeks. Breaking this down week by week makes it simple. Each phase builds upon the previous one. Let us dive right in. Week 1 focuses entirely on reviewing your current reality. We must get brutally honest about your cash flow. You need to know exactly what comes in. You also need to track every single dollar leaving. Hiding from your bank balances will not help. Every successful business completely understands its financial health. A local coffee shop tracks daily revenue and expenses. They know their exact profit margins every single morning. We want to run your life like that business. The very first action step is surprisingly simple. Pull up your last 3 months of bank statements. Look at every single place you spent money. Open all those tabs on your computer screen. Check your checking accounts and your credit card bills. Do not forget about any lingering debt payments. Get all of your discretionary spending out in the open. Put everything right in front of your eyes. Visualizing the data is the key to awareness. After gathering all of your statements, the next step is to categorize every single transaction into 3 major buckets to see exactly where your hard-earned cash is disappearing. The very first category is your fixed expenses, which include the non-negotiable bills you must cover every month, like your rent, utilities, vehicle payments, essential groceries, and basic subscriptions. Your second bucket will contain all of your discretionary expenses, covering the fun stuff that is not strictly necessary to survive, such as dining at restaurants, weekend getaways, and impulsive shopping trips. Finally, the third category is dedicated entirely to your debt obligations, capturing any monthly minimums you throw at student loans, personal loans, or high-interest credit cards. Ideally, you want to log all of this data directly into a spreadsheet, so you can clearly visualize which areas are draining your accounts and which categories might actually need more funding. The ultimate goal by the end of this first week is to calculate your exact average monthly spend across every single category. Once you compare those total expenses against your monthly income, calculating your personal savings rate becomes incredibly easy, effectively revealing your absolute net profit as an individual. Completing this deep dive guarantees massive insights into your actual financial habits, often exposing forgotten recurring subscriptions or exposing how much cash you blindly waste on things like food delivery apps. Moving right along into week 2, our primary objective shifts toward trimming the fat from your budget by targeting the lowest hanging fruit to free up serious cash. I highly recommend sorting your newly categorized expenses from largest to smallest. So let us imagine a hypothetical scenario where an individual is currently spending around $5,000 in total every single month across rent, insurance, groceries, dining, and entertainment. Your mission over the next 90 days is to analyze each specific category and ask yourself if there is any realistic way to reduce that particular expense by 10 to 30%. In this specific example, cutting down total monthly spending by $500 to $1,500 would completely revolutionize this person's financial trajectory, while instantly slashing a massive fixed expense like rent might be incredibly difficult without relocating to a cheaper neighborhood or a smaller apartment. We can easily find immediate cost savings by inspecting the other habits on the list. For instance, if you notice you are dropping $300 a month on convenient rideshare apps, just because you feel too lazy to walk or take public transit on the weekends, that is a prime target for elimination. By simply recognizing this invisible drain and committing to walking or taking the bus, you could effortlessly reclaim hundreds of dollars a month without drastically altering your overall quality of life. Let us look at your car and insurance costs. Say you are currently paying $800 a month for your vehicle. Most people never bother to shop around for better rates. But if you take a little time to compare different insurance providers, you could easily pocket an extra $150 every single month. Next, take a hard look at your shopping and restaurant habits. Can you cut back just a little bit? Finding a way to save $100 to $150 in these categories is very doable. Then, aggressively cancel any subscriptions you no longer use. If you simply pay attention to where your money is leaking, slashing unnecessary costs becomes a breeze. Ask yourself one critical question. Is this expense truly necessary for my life right now? If the answer is no, put it on hold. Freeing up $500 a month equals $6,000 a year. That is enough for a massive Roth IRA contribution, an international vacation, or a huge dent in your debt. Weeks 1 and 2 were all about analyzing and reducing your spending. Now, week 3 shifts the focus entirely to automation. This is the concept of paying yourself first. Start by opening a high-yield savings account for your short-term cash. Current market rates are hovering around 4.5 to 5%. This is where you will park any money you need within the next 1 to 5 years. For example, sitting $10,000 in an account earning 5% gives you an extra $500 a year just for taking 10 minutes to set it up. Once the account is open, you must establish automatic transfers. This single action removes all the friction from building wealth. Let us say you get paid on the 15th of every month. That money lands in your primary checking account, which covers all your basic bills and fun money. But the real magic happens when a preset percentage automatically moves to your savings and investments before you can even touch it. Try to automatically route at least 10% of your income straight into your wealth building accounts. Directing 5% to your high yield savings and 5% to your investments will put you far ahead of the average person. Psychologically, this works flawlessly because the money vanishes before you are ever tempted to spend it. Now, welcome to week 4, where we tackle any high interest consumer debt. If you are carrying credit card balances, we need a ruthless payoff plan immediately. Plug your numbers into an online debt calculator. If you have a $3,000 balance and simply add an extra $100 to your monthly payment, you will shave off months of crippling interest. Setting up automatic payments for your debt ensures you destroy it as fast as possible. You should also call your credit card company today and ask for a lower interest rate. Simply mention that you've been a loyal customer but noticed competitors offering better terms. The worst they can do is say no, but it only takes 5 minutes, and could save you thousands. With average credit card interest rates sitting around 24% right now, lowering your rate is an instant guaranteed return on your money. Moving into week 5, the objective changes completely. Your new mission is to build a $1,000 starter emergency fund. This specific number is a massive psychological milestone because your safety net finally crosses into 4 digits. Consider the terrifying fact that 59% of Americans cannot cover a sudden $1,000 expense. If you already have that much saved, your next target is expanding it to cover 3 to 6 months of living costs. But for most, hitting that first $1,000 brings incredible peace of mind. To get there faster, sell old electronics or furniture you no longer need. You can also pick up a temporary side hustle or simply redirect the $500 you saved during week 2 straight into this account. Week 6 is where things get truly exciting because it is time to set up your investment strategy. Historically, the stock market has absolutely crushed other asset classes over the last century. If you walk down Wall Street and ask seasoned professionals what the greatest wealth building tool is, the answer is almost always the same. Stocks consistently deliver the highest average annual returns compared to things like treasury bonds, precious metals, or even real estate. To truly transform your financial destiny, you must put your money into assets that appreciate over time. For our 90-day roadmap, we are going to focus entirely on the S&P 500 through low-cost index funds and ETFs. Purchasing a single S&P 500 fund instantly gives you a diversified slice of the largest, most successful companies in the United States. This is the ultimate passive strategy where you just set it, forget it, and let the historical market average of 8 to 10% do the heavy lifting. Opening a brokerage account with major platforms takes just a few minutes. From there, simply direct a portion of your automated savings to buy into that S&P 500 fund regularly. Let us look at the math using a slightly different example. If you consistently invest $800 every single month for 30 years at an average 8% return, you will walk away with over $1.1 million. The absolute secret to making this work is staying perfectly consistent and trusting the long-term process as your money exponentially multiplies. Moving directly into week 7, Our strategy pivots from cutting costs to aggressively leveling up your income. You can only trim your budget so much, but your earning potential is virtually limitless. The easiest first step is to simply ask your current employer for a raise, especially if you have not seen a bump in over 2 years while inflation silently eats your purchasing power. Do your market research, present a solid case for your value, and confidently make the request. If your current job refuses to pay you what you are worth, it might be time to strategically switch companies. Job hopping every few years has been shown to increase a person's salary by 20 to 30% with each move. If you are happy where you are, consider launching a side hustle in your free time. You could flip items online, offer freelance services, or even pick up a service gig like walking dogs on the weekends. Alternatively, dedicate this week to starting to learn a high-income skill like software sales, video editing, or copywriting. By the end of week 7, you must identify at least one actionable path to generate more revenue in the coming months. Week 8 brings us to defining and physically writing down a concrete savings goal for the remainder of the year. We have already established several targets like funding an emergency account or destroying high-interest debt. Maybe your next big objective is saving for a house down payment or a dream wedding. Whatever it is, you need to write it down and calculate the exact monthly cost. Let us pretend your goal is to build a $10,000 saved up. You need to gather that remaining $8,000 over the next 12 months, which means saving roughly $660 every single month. Simply writing this specific goal down increases your chances of actually achieving it by 42%, according to psychological studies. Tell your friends, post it on your wall, and hold yourself publicly accountable. Moving right into week 9, we must tackle a highly debated topic: credit cards. These pieces of plastic are essentially a dangerous double-edged sword. Using them correctly requires you to know your own personal discipline level intimately. If you possess strict self-control, the absolute dream scenario is routing every single daily purchase through a credit card. As long as you pay off the complete balance at the end of the month, you win. Doing this consistently unlocks incredible rewards like cashback, free flights, hotel upgrades, and exclusive lounge access. Essentially, highly disciplined individuals extract free money from credit card companies. Those companies only afford these perks because they profit massively off people who lack that exact discipline. If you struggle with impulse control and overspend, carrying a balance into the next month will subject you to average interest rates soaring around 24%. Carrying that kind of debt is financially devastating, especially considering the average consumer currently holds around $800 in revolving credit card balances. If you know you lack discipline, it is much safer to simply avoid credit cards altogether. However, you can always test the waters by getting a card with a very small limit to gauge your self-control over a few months. The incredibly counterintuitive truth about credit cards is that responsible usage actually builds your financial reputation. On-time payments account for roughly 35% of your total credit score, which eventually unlocks better mortgage rates and massive lifetime savings. Welcome to week 10, where we introduce one of the most rewarding financial habits: tracking your overall net worth. As you progress and earn more, watching this specific number climb is incredibly motivating. Calculating your personal net worth is wonderfully simple. You just add up all your valuable assets and subtract any outstanding debts or liabilities. Let us look at a brand new example to illustrate this calculation. Imagine you own a house valued at $150,000, and you have $30,000 sitting across your investment and savings accounts. However, you still owe $40,000 on your vehicle loan. Your net worth is simply the house plus the cash minus the car debt, leaving you with a total net worth of exactly $140,000. Tracking this figure on a monthly or quarterly basis gives you a fantastic macro view of your wealth building journey. Week 11 introduces a slightly unorthodox but absolutely vital step in this entire process. It has been roughly 2 months since we did our initial deep dive into your expenses back in the first 2 weeks. Your crucial task right now is to rigorously review your spending patterns over the past 60 days. To ensure you're actually staying on track, sit down for a solid hour, pull up your recent transactions, and look for any hidden financial leaks that may have resurfaced. You want to categorize these recent expenses and directly compare them to the baseline numbers you established before starting this program. Ideally, your overall spending has either remained completely flat or noticeably decreased in your target categories. If you spot any old bad habits creeping back in, patch those leaks immediately before heading into our final phase. You have finally reached week 12, which brings us to the very end of this incredible 90-day journey. If you have stuck with the process this far, you have already accomplished more than most people ever will. Since 90 days technically breaks down to 12 and a half weeks, we are going to use these final 10 days to map out your ultimate stretch goals. These are massive, wildly ambitious milestones that push you far beyond simply surviving paycheck to paycheck. We are talking about life-changing achievements like purchasing your first home, becoming entirely debt-free, starting your own business, or aggressively pursuing early retirement. Your objective this week is to sit down and clearly visualize exactly what you want to achieve over 3 distinct timelines: 1 year, 5 years, and 10 years. A solid 1-year target might be something as straightforward as saving your first $10,000 in liquid cash. When you zoom out to 5 years, the targets become much larger and require sustained focus, like acquiring a rental property, launching a profitable startup, or hitting a major net worth milestone like $250,000. Your 10-year vision should be the ultimate endgame scenario, such as achieving complete financial independence, traveling the globe for an entire year, or permanently leaving the corporate rat race. Once you have firmly defined these timelines, the crucial next step is working backward to create a highly actionable roadmap. You must take those intimidating long-term visions and break them down into bite-sized, achievable daily and monthly habits. Imagine you decide that buying a house in 5 years is your absolute top priority. You must calculate the exact down payment required, divide it by 60 months, and figure out your required monthly savings rate to make that dream a reality. The final, non-negotiable step of this 12-week program is scheduling a mandatory financial check-in with yourself exactly 1 quarter from today. Set a permanent recurring reminder in your calendar every 3 months to sit down, review your net worth, and assess your progress. This simple quarterly habit guarantees that the intense effort you poured into resetting your finances over the last 90 days was not a temporary phase. Reviewing everything at the end of March, June, September, and December keeps you ruthlessly accountable to your future self. Executing this 90-day financial reset will challenge you in ways you might not expect, but completing it puts you in the driver's seat of your financial destiny. Building real, generational wealth is never an overnight event. It is the natural byproduct of boring consistency, unwavering discipline, and keeping your eyes fixed on a long-term vision. The systems you have built over these past few weeks will serve as the unshakable foundation for the rest of your life. Do not let this momentum fade away just because the initial challenge is over. Stay smart with your money. Thanks for watching. See you in the comments.